Good evening and welcome to Corporate News. I'm Anna. I'm here with Cheryl, aka Ma1nfram3. How are you today?
Doing all right.
Doing all right.
Yeah.
Excited
Never
for the rest of
decide
the
if
run?
I'm Cheryl or Ma1nfram3 at this point. It's
right?
a lot of pressure.
I put you on pressure. It's true. So which are you? That's the
we
question.
were Cheryl for a moment, and now we'll go. Hello, everyone. It's good to see you.
Postulant, thank you for the resubscription. Very much appreciated. And good evening, Gaia and everyone else. Hello. So we're here to recap the goings-on of last week, both in the Shadowrun game itself, the RPG itself, and the metagame that surrounds your RPG, my RPG, all the RPGs.
It's our
Maybe not
RPG.
all the RPGs.
It's all of ours.
Yeah, right? Right. Both of them. Yes. Shadowrun3. There we go. Excellent. Perfect. So, what happened last week? How did the runners fare with the children and the...
Well, as you know, the children did not die several weeks ago. And a game that was just
King of the North,
yesterday.
thank you for resubscribing again. I apologize.
Thank you for subscribing.
I'm probably going to do that a lot.
Yeah. And so Horizon approached us. They analyzed the data from our first encounter with the Technomancer, and they told us that she was probably holed up somewhere in the abandoned military tunnels somebody forgot to destroy underneath the theme park, which, you know.
So, the Underpark.
The Underpark, yeah.
Right.
So they walked us to a wall, and mind you, they were very generous, and they lent me a replacement deck because mine is currently bricked and being repaired.
KF Joser, thank you for resubscribing, and Silly Sunny, thank you for resubscribing.
Silly Sunny, thank you for resubscribing.
I forgot my ears, so
Oh, yeah, it looks great.
thank you.
So we, after I got my deck and we had some words with each other, Cromwell thought he was dying. He wasn't. We got fixed.
Texas Big Bear, thank you for the resub as well. Oh, the resub love, I like it.
Lots of resubs.
I like it.
So they walked us to a wall and they just said, you need to enter here. A task was never more suited to MFEC's strengths than asking us to enter a tunnel through a wall.
Through a wall, yeah. I mean, that sounds pretty suited to the team that they got. So
It took a couple hits for Cromwell to get through, which was actually kind of a disappointment, but it's fine. So, long story short,
impressive of the wall.
Yes, it was, well, military, I guess.
It was a two-troll wall.
Yeah, two troll, half an orc wall. That's how it was rated. So we got through the wall. We descended down. You know, Mordecai and I took the motivator, which is what I call it when Mordecai, sort of levitates us now. That's
Perfect,
a thing.
yep,
It's very
the motivator.
convenient. And the rest just jumped down, and we ended up breaking through a door because again, that's one of our specialties. And we got into a room. Now, Cromwell was looking for adhesives, and Elsie looked for things to steal. I looked for dangerous things, found a bomb.
Sounds like Fallout right off.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Always looking for adhesives. Always looking for adhesives and things to steal.
Screws
No, right?
Also, like,
Yes,
I don't know why
screws
they're
and
so hard to find.
springs sometimes too. Yeah, screws. You would think screws would be at everything.
But they're only in like toy cars.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
it's
Only
right?
toy
Weird.
cars.
Anyway, so I walk into the room, I look at my little thermographic vision, and there's a bomb. And I yell something that sounded like fire hole hide. And everyone didn't die because I gave them enough warning.
Yep.
And then we proceeded to argue about my syntactical usage when warning them about imminent death. So but the good news is we didn't die. Bad news is Cromwell's lovely shield was destroyed in the blast. But we gathered ourselves.
Who knew that grammar was so important in saving people's lives?
It's not. It really. I think I was being more efficient. Why put all those connective words in there when all you want is for people not to be standing next to a bomb?
Absolutely.
We may have decided that grapefruit is another acceptable term for there's an explosion. Maybe you want to go hide your ass before you die.
Absolutely.
Again, more efficient. Anyway, we go into this hallway and we are surrounded by evil devil rats which I did not even know
Devil
was a
rats.
thing.
Razric, thank you for being a friend computer and following the channel. We appreciate that.
So, yeah, we were set upon by many hordes of rats. They hurt a lot.
Devil rats.
Devil rats, yes.
Devil rats.
Devil rats. We needed Sharky's help. Mordecai had to heal us a couple times. It was actually kind of embarrassing, and I hope nobody else hears about how long it took us to deal with these awful devil rats, but we did
Successfully. Rathix, thank you for resubscribing as well.
Thank you for resubscribing. So we needed to rest in the hallway because we took a lot of hits. But once we gathered ourselves, we went to find another door. I found a wired connection hooked into... Now, one thing I should explain is we are now underneath the park. And we're like under the underpark. We're like several underbellies deep now.
Sure.
And
Missile Monkey wants to know how devil rats are different from regular rats. I would say it's fair to say they were of unusual size.
yes, they were rodents of
rats
unusual
of
size.
unusual size,
It's
yeah.
true. Russes indeed.
Sorry, I couldn't help it.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Carry
My husband also made that joke when I came.
Excellent,
home,
excellent.
We're all a great.
Your
minds
husband
think
has a
alike.
wonderful sense of humor.
Yes, yes. I used wired matrix skill.
Wow,
Because there's no
actually
actual
jacked
matrix connection.
in.
Yeah,
Like-
I have to actually pull a cord from my head and plug it into the wall, and that's what's going on while we're in the underbelly or wherever the hell we are. So I unlocked the door. We went through the door, but not fast enough because 3 of us got locked in, and Elsie and Cromwell were still stuck in the hallway.
Of course.
Our technomancer friend started playing with us. She electrified the door. It was like damaging Cromwell. He couldn't punch holes in it. Meanwhile, the room we were in tried to sterilize us to death.
Right.
Not
Great.
comfortable.
No,
Very hot.
It's not comfortable. Zenond, thank you for resubscribing. I apologize if I get any of your names wrong. I do try.
It's just creative interpretation.
Yes.
It's an opportunity. You tell us if we should have phonetic dictionaries for subscriber names.
Maybe.
Maybe that would be helpful. So I would probably butcher them anyway. People tell me I have something of an accent. I don't know. I don't hear it.
It's very slight,
It's
very
slight,
minor.
yeah.
Absolutely, very minor.
Well, we're dying inside this little oven of a room.
Yes.
So I found another terminal, and I jacked into the terminal, and there were sprites, which are manifestations that technomancers create, zipping around, influencing the weird hotbox and everything. And then Elsie apparently in the hallway started freaking out with her claustrophobia, was not pleased with not being able to open the door. And she pulled out a rocket launcher I didn't know she had and fired it at the first door.
Where does she keep all of this artillery?
In Cromwell's bag. We never thought to question the lumpiness of the bag. I don't know, but
Okay,
so
that's
she had a
fair.
rocket launcher and fired it in a constrained space underground because obviously that's
You do? Yeah,
that's
sure,
best
sure.
practice.
Panzer Dragoon. Welcome to the Yojimbo. That is a new subscription. Thank you very, very much, Panzer Dragoon.
Welcome.
Welcome. We are supposed to give them a position on the Yojimbo. Would you like to give them a position on the Yojimbo?
Oh my goodness, that is a lot of pressure.
Perhaps they can do something with the rodents of unusual size that run turbines to generate power. What, maybe
The rodent
groomers?
herder or
you are the groomer, the official groomer of the rodents of unusual size that power our engines. And
Which
then
is-
there's another subscription, Red Zyrus. Thank you for subscribing as well.
and you can feel free to abbreviate that position as grouse.
Grouse.
Groomer
perfect.
rodents of unusual
Yes,
size. That just
grouse.
rolls right off the tongue.
Yes, you are grouse.
We need another position.
We need another position.
This is
It's a lot of pressure, right? It's a lot of pressure.
How about the official paintbrush sorter?
Paintbrush sorter. That's a good one.
We have
That's
lots
a
of
good one.
paintbrushes
We
here, and
do have
it's
lots of
important that
paintbrushes
they be
That's-
accessible.
That means that you are working probably directly under Viking Glass.
Yeah, that's a
At
very good.
some,
That's
not
a very
necessarily
good
directly, but
organizational structure there.
Yeah.
There-
Organizer of the paintbrushes. That is an important job.
Excellent.
Welcome to you
Welcome.
both. Thank you very, very
Congratulations
much.
on your new positions.
So, on with the story.
Right, so we're in a box and it's trying to heat us to death, and Elsie fired a rocket at the door in a constrained space.
Yes, VGN Gamer, thank you for being a friend, computer, and following.
We, Mordecai heard her yelling about bracing ourselves, so in a span of a few seconds, Mordecai made a barrier. Fang,
And thank you for resubscribing.
Fang moved me down away, because I'm passed out in the Matrix. They moved me around a corner. She fires her rockets. It causes the ceiling to collapse and like cracks to lace out through the hallways. And Cromwell runs forward and stops the ceiling from falling and holds it up long enough for Elsie to get through, but not long enough for him to get through. He had to roll the other way.
No.
So now Cromwell is stuck in the other hallway, and the four of us are in this room that was trying to kill us. And Giga Sharky was summoned for the first time.
Raz, thank you for resubscribing. Raz is a friend of mine, so thank you very, very much for the resubscription, Razavadin.
Giga Sharky.
Giga Sharky.
He has like a cyber
Giga
face.
Sharky.
Like he had like it was the cybernetic face or something. I didn't know that spirits could have that. And I'm informed that he has lasers involved, and he was able to like make his jaw just come down, and there was a giant icicle that came out. It's very, I mean, you thought it was majestic before, but you really had no idea.
Right. So Giga Sharky.
So I managed to take out a bunch of gremlins with awesome Matrix moves with like the roller coasters and stuff. And I've just wrapped up in the Matrix. I'm just got out of the Matrix, and Fang seems a little upset, and Mordecai seems a little bit embarrassed, but I don't really know why anybody is anything but upset about Cromwell not being with us. So that's weird. The party's separated, and we're in a wrecked room that tried to bake us to death. And we still haven't found the Technomancer. And we only have about 24 hours, I think maybe 48, to find her and bring her in to get the full payment.
Oh, goodness. So yeah, a lot of hard work cut out for you. You've got to get back.
And we're all pretty wounded from the
back.
baking and still need to
cooking.
fight.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, people not intended to be cooked. What happens to Ma1nfram when she breaks the borrowed deck as well? Trouble happens. This
time I'm not going to have to worry about ethics because the children are nowhere in the vicinity. The only reason I let my deck get bricked last time was because there were children on the line. Otherwise, I would have just jacked out. But
it would have been on. Yeah, you would have just logged out, but you were holding out to save the
try
children.
to distract her so she didn't kill people.
Yeah.
But this time she's underneath the park, and well, I hope there's no more children involved. But.
Hopefully, yeah. I hope so too.
Panzer Dragoon, my Warhammer was an experimental program that was lent to me on that mission by Mitsuhama, and unfortunately, part of the terms of the run were for me to return the Warhammer upon the completion of the run, and not to make any copies of it. And I didn't try. I mean, I might have, and it might have not worked. But so I don't have Warhammer anymore, and it's sad.
Aw. Maybe if we make pouty faces at Mitsuhama, they'll get it for you again.
I dream of hammers.
You dream of hammers.
Do.
Aw.
They were so.
That's
I never
super
did get to make it rain hammers.
Yeah.
This thing started. Yeah.
It's
It's better to have loved
unfortunate.
and lost than never have hammered at all. And on that
True.
note,
On,
I must
on
go
to
prepare.
Glory. On to glory in
thank
the
you all
underpart.
resubs and subscribers, and we'll see you.
Thank you very, very much. I appreciate your assistance in recapping the episode. Pete says, don't worry, Warhammer is on the way. All right, so that is what happened in Shadowrun Corporate Sins, the role-playing game that starts in about 15 minutes. I have some news to recap myself, as I am the GM of the corporate metagame that surrounds Corporate Sins, the RPG that we've built around our RPG because we heard you liked RPGs. So we start by reading off, to let you know what the AP totals for each of the corporations are for this week, and they're just a little unbalanced this week. Just a tiny, massive bit unbalanced this week. Evo has an astonishing 34 action points. 34 action points. The most you can get from any one segment is 25, and they got it. They got full 25 action points from their corporate investments, most of which came in during last week's episode. The majority of those gratuities come in, and that is why Evo Corp has 34 action points this week. Neonet and Wuxing both come in behind that at 12. The next highest behind Evo is 12, Neonet and Wuxing. As Technology and Seder Krupp each get 11, Ares and Horizon each get 10, Renraku, Shiawase each get 9, and Mitsuhama trails behind with just 7 action points this week. Now, a number of the corporations have been banking a lot of these action points because you can do that. You can hang on to them and accumulate them so you can do things like opening new market subsidiaries. And a lot of corporations have been hanging on to a lot of action points. And I can tell you that because I know what the totals are. I'm not going to reveal them to all of you, but know that I know that they each know what their totals are. So, that's the action point totals for today. We do have a little bit of a recap for some press releases based on the actions that happened last week. I'm going to read through those, and then with what time remaining we have, I'm going to impart upon you the imminent doom that I am bringing to the metagame. Utter chaos and destruction. It'll be great if we get there after I read all of these wonderful, wonderful press releases that I have from each of the megacorps. So let me just pull this up right here and pull it over to the side so that I can see all the things that I want to see all at once, because why wouldn't I want to do that? And there we are. So, I actually want to see chat as well, so let's pop you back up over to there. And I broke it. Perfect. Okay, so, open that. And now we've got it. Doom! Yes, Doom, silly Sunny, Doom. Doom, chaos, and destruction. It's going to be brilliant. You're going to all love it. It'll be wonderful. So, all right. To start off, we have Seder Krupp. Seder Krupp last week created, one of their subsidiaries was proud to present their new combined financial instrument for all your lending and borrowing needs. Hoard, or Hedged Obligations Amortized Regressive Derivatives, is a tax-optimized financing and fund placement combination instrument for making your dream come true and keeping you one step ahead. If you need to replace your long-term investment in secure assets to keep them protected from market volatility, or need to secure financing for that vital step in your life, then you need the Hoard from Seder Krupp. Next, we have Evo. Evo's industry-leading aerospace subsidiary, Evo Aeronautics and Space Technologies, is proud to unveil their revolutionary new nanomolecular monofilament acceleration disk space travel system. The Nomad system is a unique propellantless propulsion system utilizing an array of electrically biased monofilaments to impart the momentum from naturally occurring solar winds into the attendant spacecraft. These specially constructed monofilaments are roughly 30 kilometers in length. The fabrication costs a mere fraction of currently produced solid solar sails. They are also far less likely to be damaged by errant space debris due to their flexible fan-like design, further lowering operating and maintenance costs. The Nomad systems allow for in-space travel speeds approximately 3 to 4 times greater than any other propellant or propellantless propulsion system on the market, making it ideal for interstellar and extrasolar travel. The Nomad system's symmetrical design makes it perfectly suited for spacecraft which incorporate artificial gravity by rotation, allowing humanity to travel farther and faster in comfort than ever before. Consumer production of the Nomad system has been contracted to Shibata Construction and Engineering. The first unit is expected to be completed in 6 months' time. Evo, changing life, because they care. Next, we have Aztechnology. MageWorks, a subsidiary of Aztechnology, is proud to announce a breakthrough in reagents, promising a 15% increase in magical potential. At a press conference held earlier today in Aztlan, a spokesperson for MageWorks had this to say: "We have discovered a new and proprietary method for infusing an object with mana for use as a reagent, and using this technique our mages are coming ever closer to the pinnacle of mana density that is orichalcum. Our first product using this method will be Quachtli, a series of cotton handkerchiefs woven in traditional Aztec fashion. Our research has shown many magicians wish their reagents could still be useful after expending their mana, and in addition to being highly mana-rich, our Quachtli will be quite fashionable and useful beyond simple source of a spell." And lastly, we have Neonet. Neonet welcomes the wonderful contributions from their user base to their new Mosaic virtual quilt. Tap on any square in AR or VR and see a personal clip from another community member from around the world, each telling their own stories. Add one of your own today. The future runs on Neonet. That is the news that I have for you, the press releases that I have been granted by each of the megacorps. So, we've got hopefully about 5 minutes left where I can talk doom and gloom. We've got a lot going on at the studio right now. A lot of things coming in the very near future. We've got special events. We've got a new show starting up in just a couple of weeks now. When that has all settled, the dust from that settles, we will have a new thing, and it will be a major reworking of the metagame around Shadowrun corporate sins. A lot of the essence will still be there. A lot of the mechanics will be very familiar. But I do want to impart some semblance of warning that a huge amount will change. A huge amount of the metagame is going to change very, very soon, in a few weeks. We're going to wait until after other things have settled a bit, but I would say probably before the end of July, things will have dramatically changed within the corporate metagame. So, that said, I want to explain at least conceptually what the metagame around Shadowrun Corporate Sins is. Of course, Shadowrun Corporate Sins is our pen and paper Shadowrun game put on by a bunch of area improv actors, very, very talented and very, very entertaining people, and DM'd by our GM, Lauren. And around that game, we have decided we wanted to give you an RPG to play yourselves, to give you a way to interact with the game that it happens on screen, as well as to say thank you, to kind of reward you and say thank you and show our appreciation for your gratuities, for your viewership, and for your subscriptions. And so we've tried to build a system to do that, and that is the metagame that surrounds Shadowrun Corporate Sins. There's a variety of ways that you can affect the game in the current metagame, and there will continue to be those ways, and I hope to enhance those, if nothing else. And in fact, that is one of the key focuses of revamping it, is to give better and more interesting, more tangible ways to affect the game that you will all be watching in just a few moments. That is one of the key things. We also want to keep you entertained, possibly even while the show isn't going on. And so we give you the Discord rooms to interact with, to roleplay in as you may like, and to get involved and immersed in the sixth world of Shadowrun. So going forward, we're going to continue to focus on those aspects of it. I know that there are many people that enjoy the numbers aspect to a certain degree. That won't be going anywhere necessarily. There will still be a numbers game to be played within it, just as there is in other RPGs. You have those numbers, but we're definitely planning on adding a lot more Shadowrun flavor to that. And Lauren and I met yesterday. We had coffee and discussed different ways to go with it, and we came up with some truly phenomenal ideas that I think the vast majority of you are going to absolutely love, and I cannot wait to bring it all to you. And to be honest, I wish I didn't have to wait as long as I do for the logistics to fall into place for it. So, I'm really excited to bring that to you. I'm really excited to get it all sorted out. In the meantime, do not let worry cloud your judgment. Make sure you are still active in the game as it is now. And having fun in our Discord. Join our Discord for those of you, for the new subscribers perhaps, and anyone who's thinking of subscribing. From subscribing, you get to join our Discord server. From there, you can play games with the cast and crew very frequently. We just fired up an ARC server that's available to subscribers. I'm on that. Zach is planning on being on that at some point. Joe has been on that. Joe said, "Goddamn, Ark." But in addition, you can start to feel out where your allegiances may lie in the sixth world of Shadowrun, and maybe get some role playing in a couple of the different chat channels as well. It's really a lot of fun. That's some of the rewards you get for subscribing, joining the Discord. Like I said, yep, there's an ARC server in there. I'm on there. I haven't had much time to play yet, but hopefully some this weekend. I'll get things rolling on my own, and then everybody can know to fear me on the ARC server. We'll see. But I believe we're just about ready for Shadowrun Corporate Sins. So Joe can correct me if I'm wrong on that and tell me to stretch it out for a little bit. But if not, we're good. Enjoy the show, everyone.